So we have a next topic, and in truth is connected also, if we wish, to this previous one. And the next one is reggae music. So Ras Flacco wrote, "Is Rastafari benefiting from reggae music?" This is a very important, another important issue that we are finding ourselves in as a people, as a movement, as a nation. And we know that reggae music is a wonderful instrument, is a massive, massive weapon, and but at the same time, obviously, it's also an economy. So many are saying reggae music is helping Rastafari. Others are saying reggae music is not helping Rastafari as it should. That's why, we wanted to include this topic. Thanks. Ras Flaco, do I have any insight about this?
Yeah, thanks once again to the family, to the gathering, to the humility displayed and patience, ones and one same way. Ancients have said reggae music is the breadbasket of Rastafari, called the instruments or the mindset of the Rastafari, especially Nyabingi. They were the ones that created the reggae music. And the greatest musicians, reggae musicians, were inspiring people who sang about their life, the tribulation, the trials, and even to take them out of poverty. But many who have come out of the inner city and the hard times have not given back anything to the movement. Even as Papa Elliot would have said, do a CD, make some music, donate an album for charity. Bear in mind, Rastafari, especially the ancients, are in need. And though they are the same ancients who had brought the movement to today, many of them are ancestors. And when we even look on it same way, there's a flip side, because within House and Mansion, Baba Shanti don't support reggae. Prince Emmanuel don't like reggae music. Bongo Water didn't like reggae music neither. But ones and ones outside of the House and Mansion realize that with reggae music, they can better themselves. And by so doing, they should at least have a heart to come sit with the Asians and see what they can do. Maybe they do more for family and friends and live. Well, you have to live, because that's your earning. I don't say anything about that. There's nothing wrong with living. But why should we are making so much outreach to individuals for Rastafari welfare, and we have not seen any good contribution from reggae artists? Maybe they are contributing, yes. They could be more, or they could form a foundation to help Rastafari in need. Or maybe some would say, hey, they can't trust nobody, because when money comes in the movement, it disappears and there's no accountability. That's another side of the thing. But if you set an administration which is transparent and clear, funds could come in. But reggae music on a whole is a money earner. You can go around that. And there was sound system in the Rastafari, there was sound system. If you look on the parts of Daddy Uri, King Sturgoff, Champion, many of them, even I'm on our sound system. But we can't play no sound, we can't make no music, we can't give any contribution either. So to benefit from reggae music, we'll have to own studios then, and to have musicians who will give time or donate albums, or maybe sometimes it's not the musician, it's their managers. When an artist will give, the manager say no, he can't give, because There's no contract around that. So let us look at reggae music on a whole. How is it benefit Rastafari? Collective, or collective mean the house and mansion. Because the house and mansion could submit a needs list. An elders list who are in need maybe for housing, for food, something. And that money could go into a pool and it could be shared among the needy. Or you could keep what a stage show once per year. That money could come in, or something could come in, because reggae music to me is benefiting most individuals. I give thanks for those who will give from the heart, but it's very few doing that. And it's for us, how can we outreach to a prominent musician? Say, hey, we have charity, what can you give? One time I was in Massachusetts, we create a Rastafari reggae funding. And we wrote to some producers and they said, no, we're not into that. We were of the opinion that we could have a contribution at the gate. So a big concert, even half a dollar could be contributed from the gate proceeds. It could come back into the Rastafari house or charities. We have not seen strategize what we are doing, because money is hard to come by. But Rastafari, who chanting this year, Rastafari, they could at least consider the needy in house and mansion and give something.
Give thanks, Rasflaco. Give thanks, very insightful, and I think this is the point that is in the head of many of I, and or should be the reggae industry voluntarily reaching out to Rastafari, considering that obviously we have the movement. So we're not saying that is not happening, and we're not saying that it has not happened already. And in fact, we have even, like, you know, quite good example even of reggae singers sponsored even tickets, you know, for Ethiopia, for Rastafari Incents, and other even kind of help. But we have not seen that on a large scale as yet. So maybe, you know, we should ask ourselves, and that is again not necessarily my thought, but you know, something that I'm bringing on the table just as a matter of reasoning fun. Should we be more asking? Should be the reggae singer proposing? I mean, where do we find the balance? Depends.
Through the chair. Through the chair.
Chairman.
Give thanks. Yes. Greetings.
Blessings, greetings.
Yes, blessed Lord.
Blessings. Yeah, so I would say
Greetings.
I think the sister called to the chair.
Empress, yes, I think the Empress was
Yes,
first. Yes, Empress, please welcome. And
yes, I give thanks. As I was
ahead.
saying, give thanks for the forum, and give thanks for the IRITs who continue to put within the discussion in coordinating and organizing I Rastafari. It reflects the concept of the majesty. I just wanted to add to some of the initiative that has, as I hear, as Blacko, that has been established, generating economic balance within the community. I want to Rastafari Trust Fund as well, which was established, I think, in 2011, and that constitutes a whole embodiment of the concept of the economic base, and it involved houses and mansions of Rastafari locally and internationally. For some reason, it hasn't been spoken about in recent times, and I think it's something that I need to revisit, because we don't need to reinvent the wheels. And that RALAC, living arts and culture, that usually happen in North Carolina, an annual event. That was a model that I had proposed also within the community that could have been used as a vehicle to generate income, where $1 from every ticket sold went into the Rastafari Trust Fund. So I just wanted to put that on the table. And please excuse the noise in the background. I'm out on the road. Love Rastafari.
Give thanks, Empress, give thanks for the input. Yes, give thanks. Very important also to mention the Rastafari Trust Fund and Ralak. And give thanks, truly, for being here.
Basically, what everyone's been saying, you know, it's a mutual thing, and we just have to understand how this has to come into fruition. You know, I feel that we have to be the ones to bring it more to the table to the artists, but the artists need to, any contribution that they make, they need to make it globalized. They need to popularize. They need to make it known that where they stand is not just about music, but they stand for the Rastafari liberty. You know, so they need to show that they're supporting these anything that we're should be working with the Marley brothers. You know, when they work with cannabis and stuff like that, we should work with these artists and just try to form unity. Really, that's all. Really, yeah, Rastafari.
Thanks, give thanks. Anybody else has
Well, you know,
things to share?
if I may give my thoughts, you know, as musician and artist myself, of which, you know, analyzing the music business, you know, it's something I think most artists and musicians are in it and finding themselves in a struggle or in a competition with each other. You know, music business has its own nature, its own rules by, you know, who gets booked and how much, what kind of fee, you know, can you ask for as an artist? You know, it's your market price, you know, and this comes, it's a hustle and a bustle. It's a crab in a barrel thing, you know, and this is the reality. And not making excuse, you know, but just analyzing and understanding the nature of what the music is about, you know, and this has, in that sense, we have to look at it separately from what Rastafari is about, you know. The Rastafari message come into reggae music and come into music because of our philosophy, of our, you know, view, our way of expressing ourselves and where the music originates from. But, you know, why is it that reggae music, no, okay, let's put it different example. If you're looking at Germany, anywhere else in the world, the sound of reggae has been established over the last decades, you know, as becoming part of pop mainstream, but not the message of Rastafari. The message of Rastafari is not pop mainstream, you know. So I'm talking about big, you know, gigantic festivals like Rotterdam, you know, Ras Flaco, you know, has been coming there regular. Ras Julio been organizing, you know, using the platform of organizing, you know, the House of Rastafari place to establish a like a meeting, like a platform for Rastafari when I come together. But Rastafari has not reached a mainstream level. So within the music industry, the bigger music industry, you know, Rastafari is not mainstream. Rastafari is a branch, yet there are still, you know, individuals as artists, you know, who are more successful than others. You know, I'm talking about, you know, there are artists who earn 10 times, 20 times the amount, you know, than other artists, you know. doing the same thing, standing on the stage and playing music, you know. And this is the this aspects of music industry, music business. Yes, I Rastafari. So I think before, you know, I think it is good to think about that idea to establish, you know, structures and ways of how can Rastafari, how can the elders benefit, you know, from reggae music, which I know and it has, you know, happened charitable events. I myself have been partaking in charitable events, you know, towards different, you know, ideas to support, you know, elders, to support all kind of charitable aspects, you know. So how can we establish something? Is it the right way to go about it, to approach, you know, individual artists now, to say how much are you willing to contribute, you know? Will it
Well,
be
yes.
something that is that will be, you know, how effective can that be, you know?
Very good point, brother Kedan. Do you have any?
Yes. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
man,
we
go
can
through.
do. We can approach these artists because we have to start from the principle of how did things begin. Rastafari didn't begin with music. Rastafari began literally just from the message. When we go to the elders, the founders, they were just sharing the word and letting people know who the pure humanity is. Then eventually, Nyabingi comes into order, and all these things fall after. Therefore, the artists have to pay heedance to the intellectuals, the ones that are providing the message, the ones that are doing the research, the historians. All of these people, the ones that the authors, all of these people have to be higher up, so to speak, on the hierarchy, because that's the foundation of what provides doing the origins of the thing. You have to show respect to that, and it's not a domineering respect. It's an orderly respect to make sure that their thing flourishes and that it's pure and it's potent. Because if their thing gets diluted because the intellectuals are not properly supported, especially the elders, then there's going to be a problem. It will trickle down. So it's in that we have to let them know it's in their interest for them to support I&I's works, especially the elders.
I just see a sister writing something in the chat saying charitable annual charity concert all over the world, same day every year. You know, which I think those ideas are also great. You know, and right now in this time of worldwide, you know, pandemic, or you know, this the situation that we're all in. I don't know about other places, but in Germany, I'm not seeing the possibility of doing this, but people are doing things online, you know, so why not organize something online, you know, and ask people to just donate, you know, could be stuff.
Yes, yes, Well, I think that is all good what is coming out, and an important part of it, I think, is elegant